Cheyenne Bryant, and he needs credit because he saw how she basically pasted something someone in her family did and put it on her bio. I think someone in her family was an actual doctor or something like that. A man. Anyway, we're going to get this brother name and give him his credit because he did extensive research on her. And everybody who did extensive research shows this. Because, like, if you ask the lady flat out, because a lot of people don't know how to talk to her, I'll be like, are you a licensed doctor? I want to see you slither out of that. Not with me, because I'm not regular. When you're talking to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching you. I'm not listening to you. I'm watching you. You're not a registered doctor. It's been, everybody looked it up. A lot of people looked it up. You see this? This who you are. You a bust down.
So I do believe that different relationships bring out different things in us. I was also an extreme alpha in my first engagement. I had 2 engagements, caught off 2 weddings. My first relationship I was engaged to, I was extreme alpha. So even if he tried to be alpha, I left no space. It was like, hell no, by all means necessary, because I said so, you can walk.
Tell us the truth!
I don't love her, I don't love her, and I don't need her. I like to cook her.
Now look at the look on Angel Reese's face when Shedeur Sanders walked right by her. Didn't even look her way. Because Angel Reese is only bad to a regular dude who ain't never had no woman that looked good. I give you the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountains. I'll give you the world. Those guys. Girl, I love you. Those guys. They're the only guys who think she look good. Now, when she put on some little bitty shorts, any woman with any decent shape who put on some little bitty shorts, that is enticing to a man, but it's not because it looked good. It's because it's arousing. It's because it's a show of sexual prowess on her part. But you put in some regular clothes, man, you ain't looking at Angel Reese walking around in regular clothes, man, talking about how bad she is. So when you see Shedeur pass by her, he ain't trying to flex on her or anything, man. He ain't trying to do none of that. He just got better options than Angel Reese.
It's a good dog, but I don't eat.
Now, we're going to watch Cheyenne Bryant, who I have no idea why in the hell men are listening to this woman. Like, what kind of world are we in where men are taking advice on how to be better people, how better men from women? But she's crossed the line this time. She's going to sit here and go at Coach Prime. Now, Coach Prime's daughter is with an athlete. Coach Prime's daughter is an athlete. She's going to sit and try to say that Coach Prime being a bad father to his daughter is the reason that she chose a man like him. She's literally going to sit in this man's face and tell him that he's a terrible man for a woman. And then tell him that he's to blame for why his daughter chose a terrible man, says the woman who ain't got no man and claims she been engaged multiple times, but ain't got no ring. Y'all listen to this, man.
Switch seats with you in a minute.
You can switch seats, but what we're not going to do, and I promise you I say this because I love you, we're not going to deflect.
Okay.
We're not going to deflect. We're going to go back. Hold on.
I'm not trying to deflect.
Then can I go back?
You can.
Can I go back to where you deflect?
Yes.
And I'm a package it with love.
Go ahead.
So
you don't need to package it. I'm good.
Okay, you sure?
I'm positive.
You were married to the game, not to her mother.
Yes.
She's with a man who's married to the game and not to her. So where did she learn that from? Let me tell you something. A woman is what her daddy makes her. A man is what his mama makes him. So she chose this man because she learned how to choose that type of man.
True.
So there has to be accountability piece.
I'm not saying you're wrong, sis. I'm saying you right. I just wanted you to let them know you right. So I'm prompting. I'm prompting you because I wanted this.
These men have to start standing up to this woman and her foolishness, man. Because here's the thing. When you go into a scenario and you respect someone as a psychologist or a psychiatrist, you go in a position of mental submission. You go in seeking answers from them, seeking wisdom from them. A girl who chooses a man like her father. First of all, let's break this down. It's easy to say you were married to the game, not her mama, but the game is what gave her mama the lifestyle. It's easy to look at a man and say he married to his career, not to his woman, but his career is what gives his woman the lifestyle. That is a choice that a woman makes if she want to get with a man who has an amazing career that he has to be dedicated to. She has the choice. She could have turned down the lifestyle. She could have turned down all that paper Prime was making. She could have turned down the fact that just by being with Prime, that opened doors for her just by relation to prime time Deion. She could have done that, but she didn't. So you take this single woman here who can't get a man, can't keep a man, and she sits here and makes prime time Sanders, the man who we see out on Front Street, being an amazing father to his kids, all of them, even though he had to go through what he went through with their mama. And this woman has the audacity to tell him that his daughter learned how to pick a bad man by watching him be a bad man to her mama. No, that girl picked the man that was like her dad because she loved her daddy. She picked a man who had the same qualities of her daddy because she think her daddy is an amazing man. She picked the same type of man who's an athlete because she saw her daddy make a whole lot of money being an athlete to be able to take care of her and take care of her brother and take care of her expensive gold digger mama too. But when you hear this woman talk about it, she's trying to act like something's wrong with being married to the game. She's a career woman. Bro, been married to her career her whole life. Let her tell it. If y'all put a one in the chat, let me know if you ever dealt with a career woman. Now, she'll be a career woman and think it's okay for her to be dedicated to her career and still tell me, I'm an amazing wife to my husband. Women are delusional, brothers. And the problem is you got guys like Coach Prime who are sitting, giving this woman the floor to school them incorrectly on shit that's going on out here. In actuality, nothing she said is true. And she don't know what she's talking about. Girls, if they love their fathers, they're going to choose a man just like their father. Boys, if they love their mothers, they're going to choose a man just like their mother. And the dumbest thing she said is that girls are who their fathers make them and boys are who their mothers make them. If that ain't the biggest crock of bull I ever heard, you know what? Only black folks think like that. Only black folk think a woman make the boy the type of man he gonna be. Well, is that the problem in this society? Is that why our boys are the one wearing all the skinny pants? Is that why our boys are the one waking up saying they want to be the sister, not the brother no more? Is that why our boys are the one primping up and wearing pants with more holes in it than the women wear? Is that why our boys are coloring their hair all these crazy colors like only girls used to do? Because their mamas is making them that? I want you to understand that woman just said that the state of young black men in this society is a direct result of their mamas. She just admitted to herself now. She just admitted to prime time and admitted to everybody else that the reason that these young boys are the way they are is because their mama made them that way. And the reason that these girls are the way they are is because they daddy made them that way. Well, hold up. How you gonna say that? And then y'all always talking about how the daddies ain't around. How the daddy make the girl their way if he ain't around? Let me tell y'all something, brothers. And I want y'all to understand one thing. As a man, you're a fool if you ever let a woman advise you on what kind of man you are, what kind of man you were, or what kind of man you need to be. Ever. If you ever let a woman, you know when you stop letting a woman advise you on what kind of man you need to be, the very moment you become a man. I want y'all to think about how long ago you stopped listening to your mama tell you who you need to be, tell you how you need to be. I don't trust a woman who won't wear her natural face out. And listen, any woman should automatically be eliminated from the conversation if she won't wear her natural face. You know what I'm saying? If she got to put on all this cake, there's a problem, a real problem. So the reality is, Coach Prime, he got to know better, man. You never let a woman who we don't know nothing about her parents and history. We don't know nothing about her relationship history. We don't know if she ever been married or never had one. We don't know how many abortions she had or nothing. We don't know none of that. And you going to let her sit up here and tell you who you ain't, and then you're going to sit up here and agree with her. You're going to agree with her that you taught your daughter to choose a bad man after admitting you a bad man, and then let her convince you of that, and then you say, I just want you to let them know. I agree with you. I ain't disagreeing with you. I just want them. And the prime word he said, no pun intended, is that because I want this. You want what? You want this woman with no history as a clinical therapist. She has no clinical history as a therapist that has been followed up or that has been shown or anything. She doesn't have the credentials to be sitting in front of people doing this. If she's gonna sit in front of women, fine. At least she has the experience of being a woman. But what woman has the right to sit in front of a man and tell him what he ought to do and who he ought to be and what he hadn't been and what he has been? Athletes are phenomenal at what they do. Prime is a phenomenal father. But when it comes to women, Prime knows absolutely nothing. Because even the thing they talking about, he brought Brittany Renner to man, Brittany Renner finessed that situation. That was a pure finesse. She's the woman who's always doing what's always necessary to get the attention she wants. That was a pure finesse. So I just want y'all to understand, man, that we have to do what we have to do as men and not let these women get in our way and interfere with what the hell we got going on. Because a lot of time, man, these women are here just to cause chaos and mass confusion.